Well, good evening, Dirtfish friends, and welcome to our end of day 2 review here at Rally Sweden. Once again, it's delightful to have the esteemed rally journalist Anthony Peacock with us.
I can't believe you've asked me back, Colin. But thank you. It's been fun.
Yeah, it was a great
It's always
performance.
great chatting with you. Always great chatting with you.
Well, it was a great performance last night, so you're back for more tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, well, listen, folks, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Before we get Anthony's views on some tremendous action out in the stages today, let's give you the top 10 at the end of day 2 here in Sweden. So it is Kalle Rovanperä that leads the way with just 4 stages to go. Elfyn Evans, though, still very much in the fight in second. Thierry Neuville, he's dropped down to third. Esa-Pekka Lappi will keep the pressure on Neuville in 4th place. Kat Sutesan has moved up to 5th. Gus Greensmith to 6th, and Oliver Solberg, with his issues, has dropped down to 7th. In 8th, it's the first of our Rally 2 cars. It's Andreas Mikkelsen. Ollie Christian Veiby not too far behind Mikkelsen in 9th, and Nikolai Grazan rounds out our top 10. So it's been a tremendous day out there, Anthony. You know, at the end of the day, the Toyotas have shown their class, in particular, young Kalle Rovanperä. This morning, though, it was just phenomenal, wasn't it? We had 8.8 seconds between the top 4 going into that opening stage. At the end of the opening stage, 4 seconds separated them.
It's absolutely fantastic. Now, Kalle came into today's action in 2nd place, but he soon reversed that from the very first stage, in fact. And from there, he never really looked back. And I think we saw sort of like, what his potential was on snow, even on the Arctic Rally last year. But today, he just reminded us why the Finns are so good and the Scandinavians are so good on their home territory.
He's shown us today just how capable he is, because he's not really looked stressed, bothered, in any kind of trouble. It's been almost easy for him. How come you're leading?
I don't know. I just drove a bit faster than the others, it seems. The gap is small, and I know Elfyn will push really hard, and I know he will be fast, so there is nothing really for me to do than just try to push hard and keep the lead.
I tell you the one who has tried a little harder out there today, Anthony, and he's had small successes, he's had a few little setbacks. It's Elfyn Evans in 2nd place. He came very close to putting proper pressure on Kalle, but Evans has had to try a lot harder out there, and particularly in that last stage, we saw that
He
when
came
you
very
try hard,
close to a few things there, didn't he?
He really did, but you're at that limit that they're both pushing at. It's almost not sustainable. One of them at some point is going to give.
That is the thing, isn't it? I mean, I'm surprised there's not been a little bit more of that, of what's been going on with Elfyn and on that last stage, because they're at the absolute limit. I think they're at the limit of the car, they're at the limit of the grip, they're at the limit of their experience and this unfamiliar rally with this unfamiliar generation of rally cars. And I can't help thinking that tomorrow something's going to bite.
Yeah, something might well bite. Anthony, by the way, what time is it?
What time is it? I think it's time for
the FORZO moment in time. New feature, folks, that we've got. Have a little look at the wonderful FORZO watches. If you want to know more, there is a link in the description below this video. But Anthony, FORZO moment in time today. What was the defining moment then?
Well, there's a few you can choose from, but I am going to go for the penultimate stage. And the reason why I'm going for that one is it's where Kalle really made a difference. He won that stage by 4.5 seconds.
Astonishing.
And by doing so, he gave himself the biggest margin that he's had all day. Yeah. He put himself in pole position for the final super special stage, and as a result of which, he's got a margin which, if not exactly comfortable, is something he can work with going into the final 56 kilometres tomorrow.
I'm going to agree with you on that one. Again, have we agreed twice on the FORZO moment?
What a loving. What a loving.
Yeah, but what it did as well is it put real pressure on Elfyn, because Elfyn went into that final stage tonight, I suppose, with memories of last night. He lost a whole lot of time there last night. And what we saw ultimately was him trying a little too hard in that stage.
Yesterday, of course, as you say, Elfyn struggled with tyre management. Today, I think, was a little bit different in that we had more soft snow, we had shorter stages, we had less action, and actually we had a lot fewer road sections as well. And that actually, don't forget, really punishes tyres and stud retention and stuff like that. So probably less of a consideration today, but of course, that would have been at the back of his mind.
Well, I think if I look back through the rally, I can pick out quite a few seconds. That's the bottom line. But I'm sure others can as well. So it's part of the game, and of course there's things we can do better. I think tyre-wise we're in a good position for tomorrow. So let's see.
Yeah, the lead he's got is the time you lost in the last stage last night.
Yeah, exactly. But it's how it is, isn't it? It's part of the game. So yeah.
Listen, what did we make of Thierry Neuville? I think he's done a really good job, a strong job to stay in third place. He'll be disappointed. He's dropped from first to third, but they had an exceptional day yesterday. Not able to repeat that today, but no disaster by any means.
Not at all, and Thierry himself seems quite resigned. He seems quite happy. He said there's no way he can stay with Calais' pace. His objective is to do what he can, to go for the finish, and to go for the podium, which would be, a great result considering, their disappointments in Monte Carlo. So, as you say, Colin, he's not at all unhappy. He's done a good job.
We were on the speed more or less, 8 tenths down on Calais, and then small mistake, we lost about 4 seconds in there. But we have to try, especially on the repeated passes when the pace notes are confirmed and everything. We had to try, but it seems like the Toyota were a little bit stronger today, and especially Calais was flying, so nobody could have matched his speed.
Yeah, it was an impressive performance. But just tell me about the feeling, that moment when you make that slight mistake, you're into the snowbank, you can't see anything. Tell me about the feelings and the reactions there.
The first thing you do is hit the wipers as fast as you can and try to straighten the steering in the good direction. I mean, that's the main thing you can do. Yeah, obviously you never know, do I get stuck or will the car get out again? It's always a bit risky, and luckily we got away with it. Like I mentioned, it was a difficult day for us. Yesterday felt better, more consistent as well. Today I was struggling with the confidence, especially on the brakings, and I think we know where to work on, but it won't be for this weekend.
But Anthony, if we look further down the field, we're here at M Sport, by the way, folks. You'll have worked that out, I'm absolutely sure of that. Partly because it's warm and we're inside, obviously.
We like warm.
But partly because we saw a few issues, particularly this afternoon with M Sport, Craig Green and Adrian Fourmont.
Minus 60, left over. What's wrong? No power. Huh? No power. No power. No power.
There's been a massive turnaround in the atmosphere here since Monte Carlo. They were absolutely on top of the world. But you've been around for a long time. That is rallying. These things happen.
It is. I think after the huge high of Monte Carlo, I think this rally was always going to be the sort of difficult second album, wasn't it? Because how do you top that result in Monte Carlo with a legendary driver like Sebastian Loeb on a debut of the new car? I mean, it was a rally where everything went right. You can't really expect to sustain that level of good fortune and skill even on the second. Even on the second round.
He's a naughty boy,
He's
isn't
a naughty boy, he's a naughty boy.
Yeah.
And, in Monte Carlo, don't forget, M Sport's got some fabulously talented drivers, but they did have the Loeb factor in Monte Carlo, and that really counts for a lot.
It has been a great day. I've enjoyed every minute of this rally. Today, the toing and froing, Anthony, at the front, the performance in particular of our two drivers at the top. It's just been a magnificent day of rallying.
It's been fantastic. It's always a huge pleasure to sort of come back to the proper snow rally. We don't get enough. I feel it's such a shame that there's only one proper full snow rally during the year. I'd love to see more than one.
Yeah, we really would. But listen, we've still got one more day to go.
Yep.
Just to keep you happy for one more day,
Absolutely.
Anthony. One more day to go. 4 more stages. We have that tremendous battle at the front between the two tussling Toyotas. Dirtfish, it's like that as well.
Tussling Toyotas, pulsating Pumas, and pressure's on.
Highly charged Hyundais.
Highly charged Hyundais, I love that.
Highly charged Hyundais. Apart from Janex, which had no charge yesterday. That was an interjection from Camera Boy.
It was.
Folks, listen, it's been a great day. We've enjoyed, as I said, every minute of it. We are going to very much enjoy that battle tomorrow. Big thank you to M Sport for hosting us here this evening. A big thank you to you, Anthony Peacock,
Thank
for
you so
once
much.
again joining us. You are a star. We look forward to having David Evans back eventually. But folks, join us tomorrow on dirtfish.com for the final day of Rally Sweden.